Hi, Cristiana from the upcoming.
Hey.
So, how would you describe Close for the people who have not watched it yet?
It's a raw, intense, violent drama. I play a bodyguard, and it kicks off in London and goes down to Morocco. And I would say it's like Jason Bourne meets Thelma and Louise, sort of.
Did you go through a particular training for get ready for the role?
Yeah, it was a lot of. I spent a lot of time with the bodyguard team and with Jackie to understand the world and to understand how they operate, how they move. I had weapon training, combat training, and just like walking in and out of cars, entering rooms, how to position yourself, stuff like that. Yeah, it was a whole preparation period.
Has this training brought some changes to your lifestyle now?
I was in New York the other day doing press, but then I tried to squeeze in work with this director I'm working with. So I walked from my hotel to Brooklyn, 6 in the morning, crazy person. Like it's pitch black, and I'm gonna go over Manhattan Bridge, and it's so dark, and there's no people, and I was like in the middle of the bridge. I was like, this is really stupid. What if someone attacks me? It's like there's nowhere to go. And then I started thinking about Jackie, and I was like, what would she do? And then I started looking for a weapon. I found a little piece of glass. I was walking with a piece of glass in my hand. It's like, at least I can like slice someone a little bit, and then I can run. I would probably win a couple of seconds. And then took my music off so I could hear threats if there's someone would come. Like just a different awareness, I think, that I have now.
More focus on female characters. It is about time, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was about time, long time ago. But I think it's totally changing. And just the fact that we have more female directors, female writers, female producers, I mean, that is because they will start telling their stories. Of course, like most male directors will tell their own stories. So it's a very exciting time to be a part of.
Why do you think Netflix is the best platform for this movie?
Well, I love the fact I've done Bright and What Happened to Monday with Netflix, and the fact that it hits the world at the same time and people can see it, and it's at the same time all over the world. It's really magical. It's quite powerful, and then it's very democratic. Like you don't need to be rich. You know, you can sit. Your whole family can go and see it and sit in your living room, watch it together. I kind of love that. Because tickets today, my son is here with his friends. If they go to the cinema, it's really expensive, you know, if there are a group of friends going. So it's not everyone who can do that. So I feel like it's really, I love what's happening. And they also give the filmmaker a lot of freedom. That's what all the directors I work with who's been working with Netflix, they say that. So it's a lot of good things happening. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Written and directed by a woman, and a lot of the crew members. We tried to have women, and then it's me and Sophie Nilis. It was an amazing experience, and it was also pretty unique to do fight scenes and violence that doesn't need to be sexy, that doesn't need to look good, it doesn't need to look hot. It just needs to be real. Well, I always work out hard, so I try to keep myself in kind of sort of good condition, so it's easy to step into those roles. But I was doing a lot of fight training, and I did a lot of weapon training, and I was training with the Circuit, the organization for bodyguards in the UK. And I did all my fights. I didn't even have a stunt double in this one, so it was mad intense.
Oh.
Have you asked her?
She's all really good.
Yeah, no, honestly, I was so nervous when she saw the film. That was my biggest, because she's brutally honest. There's no small talk. She's like always like straight to the point. I was like, okay, if she doesn't like it, I will be like, it will destroy me. But she came and she was like, it's perfect. You know, she was very happy. But she was also on set, and she came to me some days, and she was like, I wouldn't do it like that. You know, I think this would be the right way to do it. And we always kind of adjusted to reality, basically. I think the one point where my character goes off track is when she becomes emotional, because that was something that Jackie always pointed out, that they would never allow themselves to be emotional. They can't build any personal relationship with the principal, the person they're protecting. Yeah. So when my character, you know, she slides into starting to open up, and that's when it becomes complicated. You know, they actually said, like, yeah, if it's acting thing doesn't work out, you can go work out. So I might have that in mind. I think that at some point it's definitely going to happen. I don't know if it's, going to be me, probably not. But I mean, the fact that we have such a strong male icons that are those role models, those heroes, and in franchises like that, I totally think the next step is to build franchises like around a character, maybe like Sam, for example. Yeah, it was very intense. Yeah, and I mean, just walking around. We started in Casablanca, and just being a woman in a city like that was quite scary, to be honest. It's like you feel that it's a country that is poor and it's a lot going on. So you just, and I realized that all my training with Jackie and the team actually helped me, because I started reading people, body language, situations differently. So now I can spot threats in a different ways. A little bit. Now I'm aware of like, exits. I kind of know how many people. I know because, if you have all of a sudden a fan or someone coming up too fast, like I have a different awareness, yeah. The most important thing that I took with me from the whole experience that Jackie gave me is that your mind is your strongest weapon. So it's actually not about how good fighter you are or what weapons you have. It's about using your mind, and then you can outthink people, or you can have 3 or 4 different plans going on in your head. So if plan A doesn't work, you can jump on to B. And also kind of creating weapons or making weapons out of something that you have near you. So just be creative. It's probably what makes you most dangerous. Gary Oldman. Yeah, I saw Sid and Nancy. I was obsessed. I was like a punk rock girl, And I saw Sid and Nancy. I was like, this can't be an actor. And then I started discovering his work, and I was totally in love with him.